Hello everyone and welcome to the JTicketing webinar brought to you by CloudAccess.net. Now JTicketing is a powerful Joomla ticketing and events management component for Joomla developed by Joomla. And I want to take a moment just to introduce myself. My name is Ryan Bernstein and I work for CloudAccess.net. We'll talk a little bit more about Joomla and JTicketing in just a moment. A little bit about our company. We are a web hosting provider for WordPress and Joomla, and we are also a support provider, which means you can host your application with our company, but you can also get support for the application, a WordPress or Joomla application. I also want to introduce your presenter today, Parth, who is in Pune, India. And Parth is the CEO of Joomla, and he's been working with Joomla for quite a long time. Now, Joomla was launched in 2009. They offer a variety of high-quality components and extensions for Joomla, and I'm sure Parth can answer any question you have about the component, the JTicketing component, or any of their other offerings today as well. And yeah, we both would like to welcome you to today's webinar, and thank you for attending. If you have any questions at all, I want you to feel free to find that GoToMeeting slide out question area and post those questions to either Parth or myself. I'm going to help moderate those questions to Parth at the end of the webinar. And if by chance you have a question about our platform too, I can respond to you directly. Feel free to let us know where you're attending from too. As I mentioned, Parth is in Pune, India, and it's 5:30 p.m. there. I'm located in northern Michigan in the United States, where it's 8 o'clock a.m. And let us know where you're attending from. We do have 53 people registered for today's webinar, so we do hope to get to all those questions at the end. I do want to let you know that we have a pretty popular YouTube channel with about 10,000 subscribers, and there's going to be, more importantly, there's going to be a recording of this webinar posted to our YouTube channel later today once that video is processed. So Richard is letting us know he's attending from Long Island, New York. Welcome, Richard. Richard has attended a number of our webinars, and I'm going to go ahead and say good evening to Parth. Parth, are you there?
Hello, good evening everyone. Good morning to whoever is in the other hemisphere.
So Parth, you're going to show us a lot about the Joomla component today. JTicketing, huh?
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, let me go ahead and pass the presentation over to you now.
Awesome. Okay, so welcome once again, and thank you very much for attending this webinar, and thank you very much to Ryan and Cloud Access for having us today. So today I'm going to talk about JTicketing, which is our Joomla event ticketing solution. And I'm going to show you this in two ways. So the first thing I will do is I'll quickly take you through what you can do with JTicketing. And this is one of the solutions that we are calling 360 degrees Event Cloud, which is built on Joomla and JTicketing. And that will give you an idea of what kind of things you can do with JTicketing and what kind of real-world solutions you can create with it. So let me quickly shift to that presentation first. So this is a solution that we call 360-degree events, and this includes the event website, which offers you online ticket sales. We also offer mobile applications for your event attendees. We have been creating mobile applications for a lot of Joomla events in the last 3 years. That includes a lot of Joomla days, as well as we also did one of the Joomla World Conference applications, as well as the J and Beyond Conference applications for 1 year. And we have a very special application that works with JTicketing, which is the Event Manager application that lets you scan your people's tickets and ensure that they are using the correct tickets and not cheating you or using them twice. So with all this together, we have 360 degrees event cloud, which is really JTicketing behind the scenes. So let me go through this. So this is kind of a consumer-ended presentation. So you're not going to see a lot of Joomla here, but it's really Joomla and JTicketing powering all this. So the first thing you get is the event website, which lets you deploy your event website in just a few clicks. You can easily manage your content. That's Joomla, by the way. You can describe your events with rich text, photos, galleries, and videos, which is JTicketing. It is ready. It's completely responsive. That's Joomla 3 responsive plus JTicketing, which is also responsive. You can promote your event through a lot of channels. JTicketing by default supports native sharing with Facebook, Gmail, Google+. Sorry, I didn't mean Gmail, Google+, Twitter. It also supports automated push to social networks if you integrate our broadcast extension. You can also invite your friends from various email and social network services with an InviteX integration. So you can obviously sell tickets. You can configure one or more ticket types with different pricing. You can collect attendee information from every person who is registering for the event. We support multiple payment gateways for online ticket sales. There is a full out back office admin to sell your tickets from your office or sell it on site. We also deliver PDF as well as HTML mobile friendly tickets, and it also supports a QR code or barcode for scanning purposes. More event site features. So it's hosted on the cloud, and we are hoping CloudAccess can back us up there. You can do quick replication in just a few clicks. You can choose whether you want to host a single event or multiple events. If you're doing multiple events, you can also choose to charge transaction fees for every event ticket that is sold, and you can also give away coupons. Then we have a mobile app for attendees. Now this is specific to specific events because this is not very generic. This is something we offer as a service, but this helps you make your event more social. So what you see, the screen that you see here is a mobile app that we did for Joomla Day India. This app basically can be used to deliver all the relevant information about an event and make it available at the fingertips of users. And depending on what kind of an event you are doing, a lot of interesting features can be added to this kind of an application. I'm just going to quickly run through a few of these applications to show you how flexible they can be. So you can do an event schedule. What you see here is the event schedule, and this is actually coming through web services, and it's backed by Joomla on the other end. So it's actually in sync with your website. You can, so this is for a music conference. It's not really a conference, a music event, where you can see which all artists are performing, search for them, bookmark again the events that you would like to be attending, and get reminded for them. So this is what I said, you can bookmark them and you can have your own My Schedule kind of a thing. We also support event push notifications, and this is really a good thing if your event has sponsors. So you can assure the sponsors that via push notifications you can kind of have the push update sponsored by somebody. We also have a tight social integration. You can tweet from within the application about the event with a specific hashtag. We also have a snap and share function with a Facebook integration, which allows you to upload photos of the event through the application. Then you can also show sponsor information, again a good sell to sponsors. And we have some user privacy settings in there. So if you have a conference like JN Beyond, or if you have a conference like Joomla Day, where the whole point is to basically interact with more users, get more contacts, then you can basically just key in all your information in the application and choose to make it public, and then other people in the event can directly add you to their contacts and contact you. So otherwise finding all these people's contact information get really hard. What we can give you as add-ons is you can purchase an event ticket via the application. So this is a direct JTicketing integration there. You can have a meeting scheduler for conferences. You can also do specific polls during the event and directly have people answer from their mobile devices. You can do location check-ins with Facebook, Foursquare, or show friends attending the event. And we can also integrate JBolo in here for you if you want to do an event chat, let attendees chat with each other. So that was the event application for the consumers, for the users attending the event. But for those of you who are event managers and who want to make your job easy in managing the event and making sure that your people have the right tickets, we have a scan and search application for you. So this is an iOS and Android application. This has been live for more than a year now, and it's really successful. This app is used by event managers and volunteers who are checking tickets at the conference. So you can have your people at the gate with their iOS or Android applications, and they can just scan the QR code on the ticket. And the application can also give you a quick list of financial data as well as quick list of attendees, as you can see on the screen. So these are the features that I already told you about, and you can monitor live ticket sales, and it supports multiple devices. So if you have like 5 entrances to the event and you have 4 people manning each event, all the 20 devices can work in sync and make sure that all the data that you're syncing is actually checked live and synced live, as long as you have a data connection. So you can see a list of which all attendees have registered for the events. See the application in action. So this can scale to some more custom event specific requirements, and it scales on the cloud to accommodate for your usage spikes and traffic volumes. So this is a consumer application which we are calling it the 360 event cloud, which is built on JTicketing. So you will see that it's very easy for you to actually create a powerful and tightly integrated end user application using Joomla and JTicketing, and it scales really well. So let's show you what the stuff behind the scenes, which is JTicketing, does and how powerful this is. So the idea of showing you this presentation was that generally you might feel that can Joomla scale to such a big application, or can Joomla serve such a big requirement where it can become a cloud application on its own. And I can definitely tell you with experience that it can scale, and with really rich extensions like JTicketing, you can create really beautiful consumer applications that all your buyers are going to love. So let's switch on to the topic of today's conversation, which is going to be JTicketing. So as we say, JTicketing is a feature-packed event booking system which has its own native event manager, and it also integrates with Jom Social Events or J Events if you don't want to use the native event manager. So let's start. So kind of a break here. So in case you haven't heard about us, we are Tech Joomla, and as we say, we are the people for all things Joomla, and we create a lot of different extensions as you see on screen. We have JGive, People Suggest, JLike, JTicketing, Social Ads, Quick to Cart, Email Verifier, quite a few of them. And we are heavily involved in e-commerce and have a lot of extensions that are doing e-commerce. And we also have a common payments API, which is a free developer API, which was developed because of all our involvements in e-commerce. So let's get started with JTicketing. I'm sure, I hope I haven't bored you too much with all the background for all this time. I'm sure you want to dive deeper into JTicketing and see it hands-on. So let's quickly run through this presentation. It's going to be short, and then we will directly move to a hands-on demo. So as we say, in this materialistic world, dreams are expensive, and dreams a lot of times do need a great deal of money to take care of. So it does end up being about the money honey at the end of the day. So our extensions are built to help you earn money. So wouldn't it be awesome if you let your users sell tickets on your website and you can earn a nice fee for every sale? You can run your own mini Eventbrite with your own Joomla or Jom Social site. And that's exactly what JTicketing lets you do. So who can use JTicketing? So these are only a few cases here, but really the limit is only your imagination. So obviously event organizing companies and event managing companies, JTicketing is a great application for them. Creative people such as artists for taking event bookings, they might be doing a painting show or they might be doing a painting class, and they might want to sell tickets for the event. Then entrepreneurs looking to start event management and booking marketplaces. So as I said, if you want to build your own Eventbrite, then JTicketing is the extension to use. Teachers and other people who want to take bookings for their classes and other events. Sports class bookings. So we ourselves have given JTicketing to 2 or 3 sports organizations who are using it to book places in their football classes and basketball classes. So that's also a good idea. I mean, any kind of an event that needs you to book a seat or book a ticket, that's where you can use it. So as I said, The only limit is your imagination. So why JTicketing? It's the most comprehensive event booking and ticketing system for Joomla. And the way we like to see it, we have addressed this problem with live clients. We have actually talked to and worked with real clients in solving the real problems. So you'll see that a lot of the features in here are basically built to solve real needs. And that's what we think makes this extension extremely powerful. It works with Joomla 2.5 and Joomla 3x. It supports multiple payment gateways. I think it was 20 to 25 payment gateways at last round. And the best part, it supports an Android and iOS application for event organizers. And that's a small list, but this is the differentiator, one of the many differentiators in fact. And you'll see up ahead what else JTicketing can do for you. So let's dive into the awesome features that JTicketing offers. So as I said initially, JTicketing can let you do. Okay, I think I just need to speak up a little bit. I hope you can hear me fine now, or let me just quickly connect a better mic. So as I said, Joomla plus JTicketing can let you build an event marketplace, as well as let you sell individual events. So I've just created this quick chart to kind of let you understand how JTicketing can be used for a multi-event marketplace. So if you look at this, you have Joomla plus JTicketing, and you have multiple event organizers. These guys, the smileys here, are your event organizers, and each of them is setting up multiple events. So let's say this little guy here has event 1, 2, and 3, and he's got different pricing for each of his events. The ticket buyers are coming and buying tickets for the event. Let's say these two guys are buying $100 worth of tickets, and you have set up JTicketing to be to have a 10% fee. In that case, what's going to happen is that out of the $100 for the event, $10 will go to the site admin, and $90 will go to the event organizer. Whereas if you are using JTicketing in a single user mode or without a marketplace, then you will not have a fee. The money will directly go to the admin. So this is just a quick overview of how the marketplace works. Now, JTicketing has a native event manager, and you have an option if you want to use the native event manager or use events from JEvents or John Social. So we have built JTicketing to scale in this way because we have a really great checkout for tickets and a very nice way of handling various type of tickets. So this gives us the flexibility to offer you ticketing on other event systems as well. And I'm sure somebody's going to have a question there about this, but JTicketing support for Easy Social events is going to come really soon. JTicketing is one of the next releases that we are planning right now, and Easy Social event support is one of the biggest requested features, and that will be released in the upcoming release. So if you use the native event manager, we give you a nice pin layout, the Pinterest style layout for it, which shows you a quick snapshot of what the event is doing, when is the start and end date, when is the booking start date, booking end date. You can choose to either go to the details view or book the event right from here. You also have some nice filters here which let you sort events and check them by category or various different filters. And in case you don't want to use the native event manager, as I said, you have the option of using John Social or JEvent integrations. And in my demo, I'm going to show you all this as well. As I said, we really like the way we handle the checkout for events and give the flexibility to offer different types of tickets. So JTicketing allows the event owners to create different type of tickets with varying pricing. For example, you might have an event with a basic entry pass for $20, while a premium gold and silver pass might go for $50 and $75. So the event owner gets the flexibility to create passes like this with different pricing. And they can also choose whether they want to keep the event free. So you might have some events where you are not charging for the ticket, but you still need them to kind of buy it or rather generate the ticket and actually get it checked. So you can have a free event as well if you want. The next big feature of JTicketing, and this was asked for us for a long time, which we finally did bring in the last release that we did, is the ability to collect fields from the users who are registering to events. So this has also been done in a really flexible way, because we have a lot of users that use JTicketing in very, very different ways. So I'll just quickly tell you a few cases. So in some cases, the site admin is selling tickets without a marketplace. So there are no event organizers. The site admin itself, the event organizer, and he's doing all the events. And a lot of times there are some fields that are common to all the events, irrespective of whether the event is a single user event, a single vendor event, or a multi-vendor kind of a marketplace. There are some fields that are used across the site. For example, if it's a food event site, then a food preference, whether you take non-vegetarian, vegetarian, or what kind of food, that kind of a field will be available to all the events. So we call those kind of fields as universal event fields, whereas there are some fields that event owners can set on their own on their specific events. So, and you can do combinations. So there is a lot of flexibility on how you can handle multiple fields and field collection from the event groups. We have a nice one-page checkout process, which makes it really easy for users to buy tickets to an event and make a fast checkout. And we basically try and keep the checkout simple, at the same time make sure that any information that you want to collect from the event attendees is collected during the checkout. Then one more cool feature of JTicketing is the PayPal adaptive split payments. So if you're using JTicketing in a multi-vendor mode, then if you're not using PayPal adaptive, or there is a third-party developer who has also developed a similar integration for Stripe split payments. If you're not using any of these and you're using some other gateway or even simple PayPal, then the way it works is that the money goes to the site admin first, and then he has to use our payment calculation manager to calculate the payments that are due to the event owners, and then make them the payments manually while using the payment manager to maintain the record. But if you use adaptive payments, then the split is handled automatically. You do not need to do anything manually. Then, as I said, we support a lot of payment gateways. We have 2Checkout, LinkPoint, Alpha User Points, Amazon, Ogon, quite a few. You can look at, I'll quickly take you through our landing page as well, so that you can see all the features that I'm not going to cover really here, but quickly take you through them on the landing page. Then we have JTicketing Android and iPhone application. So I'm not putting any slides here on purpose, because I hope to show you a video of that. And that's it from the presentation perspective. So Ryan, do you want to take a few questions before I jump to the demo, or should I just go on to the demo?
Sure. No one, has posted any questions as of yet. Dion has let us know he's attending from South Africa, and Bill from Providence, Rhode Island. Kyle just did post a question. What happens if an event is canceled? I don't know if that's one that you would like to wait for the demonstration to discuss, or?
I can take that up now, sure. So right now, event cancellations and automatic refunds are not handled automatically in JTicketing. But if you go to the payment system, for example, if you're using PayPal, and if you if you refund the money from there, then JTicketing will automatically set the event ticket states to cancelled. But we do not automatically handle that as of now. But thanks for that suggestion. We will take that up and put it in a feature tracker.
Okay, great. Kyle, I hope that answers your question. Looks like it does. And let's see here. Michael also posted a question. What's the advantage of using this system over my current very robust system, RSVP Pro, that is fully integrated in my JEvents calendar, as well as ACY mailing newsletter?
Well, actually, I haven't really tried those systems, so I'm not sure if I can answer that very accurately. But I'm sure the native Android and iOS application that we are offering event managers is not something anybody else is doing as of now. So that's one advantage that I can definitely tell you. Others, I'll have to actually check out those systems and then kind of maybe answer that question. So if you can email us on contact@techjoomla.com or just post the question using our contact form, I'll do my research and get back to you on that.
Okay, Michael, I hope that helps answer the question. It sounds like there's a contact form on their site that you can use. And Parth, Diane posted a good question about the British pound. Can the system use GBP, or is it just USD?
Absolutely, you can use any currency you want. You can configure which is the currency you want to use in the backend. And you can absolutely use any currency as long as the payment gateway that you choose to use it with is supporting that currency.
All right, Diane, I hope that helps. Sarah posted a question, or PayPal split payments. Oh, wait, let me backtrack here. Okay, no. Sarah said, for PayPal split payments, is the admin able to charge a percentage plus a flat rate? This helps to cover PayPal's 30 cents per transaction fee for low ticket prices.
Yeah, so I will try and answer that. Let me just get 30%. Yeah, the percentage absolutely. Yeah. Yes, so we do have that actually. You can set that up. So I'll show that to you in the demo, in fact.
Okay, so that's coming in the demonstration. And a couple other questions here. Now, Parth, do you want to get to some more, or do you want to start the demonstration?
We can get to some more. In the meantime, I'll just open up everything I need.
Okay, so Richard posted a question about commissions. Can you set different commissions off of ticket sales off of different events? That is, do you have to have the same commission for each event?
No, you do have to have it on a global level, so you need to set it up on a site level. You don't really control it on an event level.
Okay, Richard, I hope that helps. Eileen posted a question. Do you have customers using JGive and JTicketing together in an integrated fashion where the workflow on the part of the campaign, participants, or ticket buyers is seamless?
We do have them, but these are things that we've done custom for these guys. So we do have a case where there is this charity that does events, and the way we are doing it is that when somebody purchases a ticket to the event, a donation is going into JGive. We have done a couple like that. So we have all the APIs in place, but it does need a developer to integrate it like the way you, because the reason we haven't made it a standard feature is that you don't really have enough volumes to kind of cover that.
All right, Eileen, so this sounds like a kind of custom integration there. Sasha posted a question from Germany. Is there a pin layout for Jom Social 2?
No. The way it works in Jom Social is that we simply use their own ticketing layouts, and only when you choose to buy an event ticket, that's when you actually jump into JTicketing. So we are not rewriting the Jom Social layout at all. We are just keeping it like it is.
All right, and one last question for now from Kyle. Can you use multiple currencies at the same time? I think you might have already answered this, maybe. Example, pricing in dollars, UK, sterling, and euros. Can it do the conversion automatically?
No. Actually, there is a reason we have not done that yet. We get a little bit of those feature requests from time to time, but the main problem with that is it affects reporting in a big way, because then the reports have to be on a currency basis, or we have to convert them, and then the accuracy is lost. So if you do have a real critical requirement for that, do get in touch. Maybe we can develop something custom for you and give you a discount. But we are not doing that on a priority because it affects a lot of areas, and it's not a request that everybody is making.
Okay, Parth. Now, Sarah would like another some more information about multi-commissions. So her original question for PayPal split payments is the admin able to charge a percentage plus a flat rate? And then her follow-up, she says, I didn't quite understand the answer to multi-commissions for different events.
Okay. So I'll answer those questions once again, and I'll go one by one. So the first question, can you do fixed plus flat rate flat rate plus percentage commissions? Yes, you can. In fact, if you can see my screen, you'll see that I've opened up the configuration for JTicketing, and you'll see that you can say that I want a $2 flat fee plus 10% or 5%. So you can do a combination like this, but this needs to be set on a global level in the global configuration of JTicketing. You cannot set it right now on a per event basis.
Okay.
And for the currency question, you'll see that there's a configuration here. You can set one currency at a time. You cannot do multiple currency as of now.
All right. I hope that helps Sarah. Let us know if there's any other information we can provide. He might get to more in his demonstration as well. And James sent me a private message as well saying, James from Boston, can we set up a system to allow moderated front-end new event submissions? And any plans to integrate Stripe as a gateway?
Yes, so you can submit, so since this is a multi-vendor system, your users can submit events from the front end and you can approve them. Again, I will kind of show you that in the demo as well. As far as Stripe, there is a third-party integration for Stripe already available. I'll get you the link of that on Twitter in a few minutes.
Okay, great. And Sarah says okay, so we might have helped to answer that question, and Kyle says okay as well. So no other questions at this point, Parth, so feel free to proceed with your demonstration.
Absolutely. So I'll just quickly take you through a landing page just to make sure we haven't missed out any features. So as I said, we integrate with Joomla Social Events and J Events as well as the native event manager, and Easy Social Event support is coming soon. You can accept data from your event attendees. You can have multiple ticket types. You can also have event-specific fields for extra information in the native event manager. We have microdata, rich snippets, and open graph integration. This is not something I covered in the presentation. This basically helps you present your event in search engines in a better way. There are multiple payment gateway options, and we also offer customized payment gateway development services in case you have a gateway that we are not supporting at right now. Then the PDF tickets, there is the iOS Android event manager as well, and even the ticket can be designed in fact. So the PDF ticket, there is a designer in the backend that lets you design the ticket in any way you want. There are sales reports on the front ends and back ends. If you are using in multi-vendor mode, your event owners can get their own reports in the front end and also generate their attendee lists and even give out their own coupons. So now let's jump to the demo. I'll start from the quickly from the back end just to show you the extensive configurations we have. So on the integration side, you can choose whether you want to integrate with Joomla Social Events or the native event manager or J Events. You can also select a separate social integration if you want to pre-fill the billing information. So that's Joomla Community Builder, Joomla Social, Joomla Wall, Easy Social. You can choose whether you want the attendee information collection or the attendee fields for a ticket, or you can switch it off as well. And these are the configurations for mapping the various fields with JTicketing fields. You can choose whether you want to allow guests to buy tickets, and you can also allow a silent registration while the ticket is being bought, so that it's not nothing special that the guest has to do. Then we have a lot of good social integrations as well. So specific to Joomla Social, you can basically choose to whether you want to show the Joomla Social toolbar or not. Do you want to set up native social seats and add dummy attendees to the Joomla Social? So you'll see that Joomla Social has its own way of showing how many people are attending, and you can RSVP to it basically without paying. So that number is accounted for correctly, you just need to switch this to on. So on the pricing side, you can select multiple payment gateways that we already offer. In case you are using PayPal, not PayPal adaptive, and you don't want to charge a fee, then you can switch this to yes, and in that case the payments can go directly to the event owner without any percentage. But if you want to do a marketplace, you just need to set up your fees, your currencies, and you can basically also switch on coupons from here. If you are in Europe, you might want to switch on VAT registration number collection as well, so that we can generate the VAT invoices correctly. On the display side, you can, this is just a lot of control that we offer, which should be the default country, who should the email notifications be sent to for the ticket sales, should the event owner be allowed to buy their own tickets, do you want to attach the PDF in the email or just send a link to the PDF, how many tickets do you want to allow buying in one transaction. It's quite a lot of settings in here. So this is the pin view configurations. You can enable the terms and conditions. You can also enable social sharing. Then we have seen that in various parts of the world, the order ID needs to be very specific in some countries. So this order ID configuration, if you want to get creative with it, you can, but in most cases you can just leave it as it is. Or if your country specifies that it needs to be in a certain way, then you can play around with this to get what you want. Next is permissions. You can set up various Joomla ACL permissions in this. And the company details are the default details that need to go on your invoice. So these are the basic global settings. So this is the JTicketing dashboard. You can see how many orders are pending, how many are completed. It will also show you the number of tickets that have been sold per day. So the demo has data from a long time ago, so you don't see any sales here. But you'll also see monthly sales. You can also do specific reports and see how many have been completed and how many are pending. Then you can manage events from the backend as well. So this is of course using the native event manager. If you're using John Social or JEvents, then those events will be managed through that. So I'll quickly take you to the event creation or rather editing process. So this is what you need to set up: an event title, creator, category. Do you want to feature this event or not? An event image, some description. You can also set up a time and location. So this has geolocation support, and this is basically suggested from Google, from the Google Events API or the Google Location API. You can set up some additional details. So these are all additional event fields that I have set up. Then you can create multiple ticket types. So I have a silver ticket here. Let me add a gold one. And I'm going to say that 20 of these are available. I can also create special attendee fields. So let's say I want to create a food preference field. I can say if this field is required or not. I can add multiple ones using this button here. So this is event creation on the back end. The same event creation form is also available on the front end. I can set up categories from here. There is a sales report which tells you how your events are doing. You will see that the Walk in the Woods event has sold 1 ticket, while the Joomla India event has sold 3 tickets. Overall, the collections are this much. The coupon discounts, overall amount after discount, total amount paid, the commissions, and finally the payout that needs to be going to the owner, if it's multi-vendor, of course. Then you can see the entire order report from here, and you can also manually manage the statuses in case there are some problems with the payment or if somebody is choosing to play offline. The attendee list basically lets you see the attendee list for the various events. You can also export it to CSV. You can filter it by specific event. The payouts report, so this might be interesting to a few of you. So what happens is that if you're not using automated payouts through PayPal split payments, then you need to manually manage the payouts. And the system needs to be kept updated as to what payments you're making. So we have built a payout manager that automatically calculates what the dues are. So you'll see that the tech demo file user I owe him $27. So I can basically say that I made this transaction via transaction ID track of how much I'm paying out. And I can also make it in parts. So let's say I want to do a $20 payment right now. I can't afford to do $27 immediately. Then I can do a $20 payment, and the system will keep track that I still need to pay him $7. And it will auto-calculate and auto-populate what I need to pay him. So this is the payout manager. In case you are using PayPal Rapid Payments or Stripe Payments, in that case, this will get populated automatically. You do not need to do that manually. So you'll see that when you're creating coupons, you can basically create a name of the coupon, give it a code, choose whether it's enabled or not, give it a value. So it can be a $20 coupon or a 20% coupon. You can choose that. You can choose how many maximum users it can have, how many users, how many times one user can use it. Does it have an expiry date? So you can choose all that in the coupon manager. So the next thing that you see here, there are event fields, event field groups, ticket fields, and ticket field groups. So when I say event fields, basically what it does is that it extends the events native fields. Basically adds fields to the native event manager. If you're doing ticket fields, basically it adds fields to the ticket. So it accepts accepts additional fields from users. So the ticket fields that you see here are the universal ticket fields. So you basically accept information universally from all events. So if I create a field here, then that field will be available for all the events in the system. So let me go to the front end now, because I think a lot of people want to see how this works on the front end. So let me just quickly show you that. So I'm just going to log in as the Tech Demo 1 user. And now I'm on the Jom Social demo. I'm going to do the same thing on the Joomla one. So I'll show you the native event manager first, and then I'll jump to the Jom Social one. So you'll see that on our demo we have a vendor perspective menu. So it shows me everything from a multi-vendor perspective. So I can create an event from the front end. So somebody had asked this, can we create events from the front end? So this is how we do it. So you'll see that you can set the same form that we saw on the back end. You can do all that from the front end as well. So once I have done that, I can also, sorry. So I can set up the additional details, ticket types, the various attendee fields, everything I can set up on the front end just like you would do on the back end. So once the event has been created, you can basically see the ticket sales and all the reports on the front end as well. So right now there are no ticket sales from this guy, so you don't see anything. Let me just see if we can do a payout report, nothing in there. But let me log in as Tech Demo 5. For him, we just added a payout. So you'll see that under my payouts, I have been paid $20. This is the same payout we added on the backend, and I can see that the admin still owes me $7. So since this guy has some payouts, I'm assuming he made some ticket sales. Yeah, so he's the owner of the Walk in the Woods event. That's why you see that one ticket was sold, and the amount was $30, out of which $3 was a commission, and he got $7. And clicking on this, you can see the attendees of the event as well. So you'll see the entire ticket. I can export the list to CSV from here, and I can also view the ticket from here. So you'll see that this is the ticket. So you'll see that there is a QR code here. So since we can't do video, I can't show you a live demo of the mobile application as such, but I'll try to show you a video of that in a bit. So if you print out PDF, then basically it will generate a PDF version of it. So you can also see the orders for your event. So this is where your invoices are going. If you'll see that this is the order, I can click on it and see the details for the. I also choose to print it if I want. Then now so this is what you saw from a vendor perspective: the ticket sales of his events, the payouts he has got, orders for his event, and creating an event. From a buyer perspective, now let me show you how a buyer perspective works, and let's try and buy a ticket for the event. So let's say I'm going to buy another ticket for this rocking concert. So I'm in the checkout now, and here I can basically decide what kind of tickets I want to buy. So let's say my parents are going and I would like to give them 2 gold passes, and I would like to buy 1 standard pass for somebody else. So we'll see that I'm getting how much I need to pay right here. So now there is attendee information collection here. So we need to fill out the details. So now since I bought 3 tickets, I need to fill it out for 3 people. So I'm just going to copy paste this now. So see that for the standard pass, this mark B. For the gold pass, there's a mark C, and let's make her a mark D. So these are the ones buying the tickets, and I'm going to go to the next step now. Now this is the billing information. So if I had bought a ticket earlier, then this would have been pre-filled. But since it's the first time I'm buying here, it's not pre-filled. Let's hope they give me extra fries. So finally, the last step is to choose which payment gateway I would like to use. So I can either choose to pay by PayPal, Authorize.net, or pay by check. So right now, since we are doing it, I'm just going to choose the offline payment method and just tell them I'm paying, sending you a check. Check from the courier. Number is, and then I can confirm. So in this case, since I'm paying offline, the order will not get confirmed, but I can confirm that order from the backend. Let's say his check has now reached the admin, and then you can say that, I have received this check now, and this is the check here. So I'm just going to confirm this, and once this is confirmed, we will be able to see the event order on the front end. I mean, see that the order has been processed. So we'll see that we have said that the e-ticket will be mailed to you once the payment is completed. So let me just go to my tickets box now. So since this demo uses mock email addresses, I'm not showing you the email that comes in. But you'll see that these are the 3 tickets that I had bought. So let me quickly see. This is the ticket. So this was for mark B. This is the mark C one. This should be the mark one. Yep. So all's good. So that's how the checkout process works on the front end. Let me just quickly show you the video demonstration of the event application. So till I get that set up, do we have a few more questions that you want to answer?
You'd like to take some questions at this point?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, great. All right, we've got a couple other questions appear here. Richard posted a question. The latest JGive download has a JTicketing component. Work with JTicketing. So I think does JGive work with JTicketing?
I'm not sure I really get that question. We don't have really a component, but basically what we are doing is that we are building a field manager that will be shared across all our components. So maybe that's what he means, because I'm not sure I get that.
All right, Richard, let us know if, I'm not sure if we understand the question. Richard also posted, if he's reading it right, the pricing commissions have to be set globally. Therefore, all events that you host on your site are being charged the same commission if you're charging a flat fee. However, if you are using a percentage, then the commissions will be different for the amount of the ticket. If the flat fee pricing can be done on the event level, I think that would be great. I am using the JGive app similar to this one in some ways. Does that make sense?
Okay. So we can consider that, but yeah, what you're saying makes sense, but I'm not sure how you would do that, because typically the way it works is that the event is created on the front end by the user. So the way it will need to work is that every time somebody creates a new event, the admin will need to go in and set the pricing for that before the event can start collecting tickets. It can be done. I'm not sure we'll do it immediately or not, but maybe just drop us an email and we can take that up offline.
Okay, and I hope that helps, Richard. Sarah posted another question. Can the admin add events to their site and then change ownership to a user? This allows the admin to have a claim your event feature while allowing the admin to populate their calendar for other guests to view.
Well, I would say that you could possibly do that because you can create events on the backend on behalf of users. So you can do that, but what might be a problem in that case is that if you have already made a payout for the event, that might screw things up a little bit. So when you're in the admin, you can change the user, but I would not do that if the event has already collected any payments.
All right, Sarah, let us know if you need more. Another question related to users from Elford. Elford wrote, does the system offer access control lists so that specific types can be accessed by specific users? And I think maybe to expand upon that, is it can you use Joomla's ACL to help manage the component?
So to answer your question, if I answer, well, we do support Joomla's ACL, but that ACL support is restricted to who can do what in the system. But I think what he wants there is that maybe fees based on Joomla user group, or maybe ticket types based on Joomla user groups. Is that where you're coming from? If you can clarify that.
Alfred, if you want to help clarify that question a little bit, maybe a little bit more on exactly what you'd like to do. In the meantime, Sasha posted a question. In the checkout process with Joomla social integration, how can coupons globally be deactivated?
So you're saying that you don't want to use coupons as well. In that case, there is a configuration on the backend that you can switch off where you don't accept coupons at all.
Okay, so Sasha, you can turn off coupons. I hope that helps. And Kyle posted another question. I'm not familiar with Joomla social events and J events, so what advice would you have for me? What are the advantages or disadvantages of using the native JTicketing system or Joomla social events and J events?
I would say there are no real disadvantages, but if you are using Jom Social and you're already using the Jom Social events on your site, then you don't want one more event manager in that case. But if you're not using J events or Jom Social events, then you don't really need to use them specially. Then you can use the native event manager. But in a lot of cases, people are already on these systems for years and they just need the checkout. That is why we integrate with them. But if you're starting afresh and you don't really need anything else out of Jom Social or J events, there is no real need to use them.
Okay, hope that helps. Kyle says, okay, thank you, with a smiley face, and Sarah wrote that that works, thanks. So we're answering some questions, that's good. And Richard posted another question, and I'm not sure if you've answered this one, but Richard wrote, could commissions be charged at event based on the seating at an event? I wonder if that means live on site.
I think the question is more related to the. No, I don't mean that. What we mean by that is that if you are using the same system at your event and you're selling tickets on site, then you can basically use the backend itself to create new tickets or basically check out on behalf of the user on the front end, so that you're basically selling events on site. But I think your question might be more related to seating charts and maybe different types of tickets depending on how good the seating is. So actually that's something that a lot of people ask us, whether we have seating chart support. So we don't have seating chart support, but with ticket types you can sell different ticket types, and seating charts is something we will be offering in the future. So to kind of reiterate on that, seating charts generally will not affect commissions, but they will probably affect what type of ticket you're selling.
All right, I hope that helps, Richard. Gives you more information on seating charts. Sounds like it's coming soon. Sasha, can you show, so Parth, can you physically show where to turn off coupons in the back end with Jom Social integration?
So if you go to JTicketing configuration, under the pricing setting, you'll see that there is a allow coupon discounts while purchasing tickets. You can switch this to no instead of yes. So in the checkout that I showed you earlier, the coupons were turned off, so the system did not ask me to enter any coupon. If I switch it on, now it will ask me. So you don't need to change this on a Jom Social level. You can just set it in JTicketing and it's done. That's it.
Okay, Sasha, I see the setting right there. I hope that helps you a little bit. And Elford posted another question. Yes, I think Joomla user groups would work, so I would want a specific user group to only be able to obtain free tickets, and a different group to access discounted tickets. Non-users would buy standard price tickets. So I think Elford's kind of just describing his thought process there.
That's a nice feature. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I see where you're coming from, Alfred. I think that's a nice feature to have. So we don't support that right now. You cannot choose the Joomla SEL for that. But we can add that feature in the future. So I'm adding that to a feature tracker for the future.
Okay, now do you have like a roadmap or a change? Do you have a roadmap or a change log for some of these things where your clients can see what you've got planned for the future features?
So the way we are doing it typically is that now before every major release we do a pre-release blog that's done like a month in advance, and that blog will come for JTicketing next week mostly, where we will announce what we are planning to do in the upcoming releases. And then we kind of basically work with our buyers and ask them to tell their feedback on that. And based on that, we finalize the roadmap for that specific release. We are not releasing roadmaps for 3 or 4 releases yet, but we will start doing that after the next release of JTicketing.
Okay.
So you can expect a blog on the next release around next week.
Very good. So look for a blog. I know there are blogs right on their homepage there. If you go to techjoomla.com, you can find that. You can also find that contact form too to follow up with Parth if you'd like. I know he's very active on social media as well, and if you tweet at TechJoomla, you get a super fast response. Parth, other than that, the contact form is the best way to follow up with you. Is that right?
Yeah, the contact form will be the best way. I'll just quickly show you what that is. So where is the site? Yeah. So under support, you'll see there is a contact us. That's the best way to actually get in touch with us. Uh, or you can always tweet at us. But tweets can be short, forms can be longer. So if you want to send me a long email, this is the best way to do it.
All right, Parth. Now I know we've reached the end of our time. We do have a few more questions. Are you able to answer just a couple more?
Absolutely. Do you want to quickly look at the 2-minute video on the Android app?
Well, I lost
it's actually 32 seconds.
Okay, I lost your audio there for just a second, but you know, the issue with showing videos through the GoToMeeting application is that we can't hear the audio. But if you want to direct us to if you want to direct us to the video, yeah, show us where to find it.
Absolutely. So I'm on YouTube right now. If you go to the Joomla channel, look for the JTicketing for Android at Work video. So it should be down here somewhere. So there it is, JTicketing for Android at Work, Joomla Day India 2013. That's the video you want to look at. And that will show you how you can use the Event Manager's Android application to scan your visitors in.
Okay, very
good. All right, so I think we have questions maybe, Ryan.
Yeah, a couple more questions here. One from Kyle. And by the way, Sasha says thank you with a smiley face, and Elford says okay. So we're offering them solutions. Kyle says, in the native JTicketing system, can you add things like a picture gallery, like an example for the band, you know, or show YouTube video and link to a website or Facebook profile, etc.?
You can do some of those things, but not all of them. Let me just show you what you can do. Hold on. So actually, we do have a lot of additional stuff coming in the next version, because we made all the changes in JGive in the last release, where you can add YouTube videos and galleries. And that is coming to JTicketing in this version. But let me just quickly show you what we do have. So I'm just going to add an event. So yeah, so right now we don't have a gallery, but you can add a single picture, and but we do have that in JGive, so it's just one release away from coming in the new version.
All right, we did lose audio there for just a moment. I hope that helps answer the question about integrating those types of features. Kyle, let us know if it doesn't. Richard posted another question too. How again can the user access their tickets they purchased? Will the user receive an email or other types of ticket information?
So both actually. So you can. So if you see my scheme, you can go to My Tickets bot and see it online. And when you buy a ticket, you also get an email with the ticket. So both. You can see it online as well as get an email.
All right, I hope that helps.
This is where I can print the ticket online.
Okay. Sounds good. And Sasha posted a question. I tried out iPhone mobile app. At the moment, it looks like secure HTTPS websites are not supported. The app always changes to HTTP without the S.
Ideally, that should not be a problem. If you can just add a support ticket or just send us an email using the same contact form, we'll sort that out for you. Ideally, you should not have a problem.
All right. Richard,
just make sure you're using the latest version of JTicketing though, because there was a change that we made in that relation, I think one version before.
I see. So maybe update JTicketing there, Sasha, perhaps, or reach out to Parth and the fine folks at TechJoomla.
Yeah, you can just reach out, you can confirm if that's what you need to do, if it's something else.
Okay, very good. And Kyle says yes, that helps. Thanks. And Richard says thank you. One question from Sarah. For the pin style layout, could you make the image uniform, the same width and height?
Not in the pin style layout, Sarah, because the pin style layout is supposed to be non-uniform, so to say. But if you want something like that, we can create a new layout for you maybe. The whole idea of a pin style layout is that it's like Pinterest. and the heights basically vary, but the widths are constant, if you see. So actually just okay. I think what you mean is that you want the height to be fixed as well, maybe. So right now, yeah. So right now, since the screen doesn't have a lot of space here, usually you'll see three in the same thing. So you'll see that the image widths are constant, but the heights vary according to the amount of information. So do you mean you want the heights to be constant as well?
Yeah. Okay, Sasha. So, oh, I'm sorry. That's not Sasha. We're talking with Sarah about the width and height.
Yeah. So this is the ticket that I downloaded just a minute back.
Okay. So I hope that helps answer the question. Sarah, if we got there, let us know. Sasha says she's using version 1.5.2. So what's the current version?
So the current version is 1.5.3, Sasha. But as I said before, if you need to buy, especially if your subscription has expired, if you can email me the problem, let us first confirm if it is really installed in the latest version, and then once we confirm, you can buy.
Okay, sounds good. So I think maybe she might be helping you, or Sasha might be helping you do some troubleshooting there.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Okay. Sarah says okay, so it sounds like we've answered Sarah's questions, and no other questions at this point. Parth, I think we really hit a good target audience with the webinar because you've got a lot of pointed questions about the component. People, I think, are already using it, found the webinar, so that's really good. And right now you should all be seeing our YouTube channel. This is youtube.com/CloudAccess. And the webinar will be available here later today at Cloud Access. Love getting developers sort of front and center and show what cool things are happening in the Joomla community. And again, if you do visit our YouTube channel here, what you'll do is you'll go through our playlist here. If you come down to this special Joomla webinars, this JTicketing webinar will be uploaded here today, and several people reaching out saying thank you and great presentation. And Parth, is there anything else you'd like to add today?
Yeah, so the only thing I would like to tell you is if you can try looking at our demos and exploring JTicketing better. And if there are any questions you kind of missed out, just feel free to send us via an email. And one small announcement is that we are coming up with a new extension. It's an e-learning extension for Joomla. It's called the Shika LMS, and that's something really exciting going on right now with Tech Joomla. Stay tuned for an update on that.
So that was an emailing extension?
That's an e-learning system, yes.
Very cool. So I know if you come to Tech Joomla and you use the blog, or stay current with their announcements, they've got a ton of great components, everyone. So if you're unfamiliar, do yourself a favor and come and check out all the great things offered by Tech Joomla. And of course, I think this contact form here is the best way to reach out with Parth, to Parth and everyone there at Tech Joomla. And yeah, some more thanks. Thanks a million, guys. Great presentation from Elford. And we do appreciate you all attending. We're going to be adding some more webinars to our upcoming schedule. So I'm just going to open up our webinars page here. Just remind everybody that if you go to CloudAccess.net, come to training, and come to our live webinars, you'll see a list of all of our upcoming events. We are working with developers, and I think Parth, for that new component, we're going to schedule something here shortly. So we'll see another Tech Joomla webinar. Right now, just learn the basics of WordPress and Joomla 3 are slated, but we've got several others in store. So again, thanks for attending, everybody, and thank you, Parth.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for having us. And thank you, everybody, for attending today.
Oh, it's about 7 p.m. there in Pune, India on Friday night, and I want you guys to stop working. Go have a good Friday night. But yeah, everybody, thanks for attending. We hope to see you in a webinar really soon, and take care. Thanks for attending, and yeah, have a great day.